Aquí seguimos como una edición especial de esta comunidad Leander, como habíamos comentado, con las hogares de Miss Melissa. Aquí estamos atrás, se ve, miren esa troca.
So my mother was here, and my wife had an inkling waking up around 3 that morning, and we called her, and she said her first floor was covered in water.
True story.
Yeah, so this is her home. She built back in the early 80s. And so this house here, the red one, is what it is. And the first floor was up to 6 feet of water. We had we were coordinated with a 5-way phone call to do a search and rescue and get her out, which they didn't know that she was in there. And so they were able to get her out that morning. And so, you know, it's just devastating. There has been reports from the neighbors that the water was 8 feet tall in the cul-de-sac out here. And so anyway, there's all this devastation. We've been pulling these cars out today, and this has been from the Cajun Navy, 2016. They're the only ones that have come out here other than other people volunteering. Yeah. And there are still reports of people who are missing family members right now. But there is no official search going on as going up to this Sunset Ranch that's next door. It's around 5,000 acres. Yeah. So they're still pulling out vehicles and RVs over here with their skid steers. So essentially we pulled out 5 dogs, live dogs yesterday. We buried on Sunday. Buried 8 yesterday that we saw caught up, and also gotten so far 9 cats, and they're still working on trying to catch more animals who've gotten out. Yeah. This here used to be my little basketball court when I was a kid. You know, basketball hoop used to be right there. And the deck went around the house, and there's a tree on the right-hand side where you see that big crater that you're going by. So there's an organization that's helping us with catching some of the animals that have gone up to the 2nd floor. So there used to be a patio right here and a tree basically right down there that took the whole patio. And this is the kitchen they're going in through right now to try to catch some of these animals. So the water was 6 feet tall in there, threw all the debris in there, and took all the windows and doors. We basically, there's the creek down there. So this used to be all covered patio like you see below you. And it ripped this, you know, they just took everything out, and there's still cars that are starting to emerge out of the water downstream as the creek goes down. And you know, you got the skid steers on the other side of the house that's the best route for them to pull them out. But yeah, so my mom is in her late 70s, and so she got rescued by 2 firefighters. And I don't know how they got her out, but they did. She was on the roof? She was on the 2nd floor. And she couldn't get down because she was pretty elderly and not strong, and furniture was pushed up against her, and so we had to do that 5-way phone call just to extract her out. And they were able to do that with 6 feet of water all the way across here down to where you see the people with their orange tractor up front. There's no reports of, as far as I know, that for FEMA or anything like that. Nothing with Travis County yet. All these people who have been out here. We had 5 skid steers out here yesterday, and these are all individuals who volunteered, and other than we call it the Louisiana people who came for the rescue. I forget their name offhand, but they were the only people that came out here to help out. You know, there used to be a red barn over here on the left-hand side, and the 2 shipping containers, and this is where I grew up, and it's sort of like rewriting the whole image of where you grew up. And yeah, it's just revamping it. And you know, just absorbing it. It's just devastating. So they pulled a lot of those vehicles out right here, actually right here this morning. So yes, we were missing one 40-foot, 8-foot high cube container. It just picked it up and went downstream. So this is one here laying on an old antique tractor right in front of the house and pinned up against this pecan. And there's more cars and RVs down here, and it's just devastation. And there's more mobile homes onto this ranch. And like I said before, you know, this is the route they're going. They're just with their tractors just to go down and follow the creek. And you know, here's our blue barn, and you know, I used to have a propane tank and power pole here. That's been completely knocked out, and
this is part of y'all's same lot, right? This
yeah,
is all y'all's
yeah. My mother owns both a big all the way around. So we're still technically on our part, and then now we're entering. Not past this barn yet, so almost there. Basically past these hackberries.
Yeah.
And now we're on the Sunset Ranch, and you know, we're just a Cadillac down there.
And these cars are from the communities, or they're just random ones?
Well, they're most of them are from other places. Like we go walk around, we can show the other mobile homes that are from the neighbors. This one here is ours. My mom and dad had a few older vehicles, but this RV's not. There's a Crown Vic over there, and we're still finding other mobile homes that are broken up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can walk around to show you the other side where the mobile homes came from the end of the street down here. But
as of now, your mom, she's okay in health?
Yes.
Nothing concerning?
No, I got her a week at in a hotel near where we live. We live at Round Rock.
Okay.
And you know, that night when we got the first responders to pick her up once they dropped her off at HEB in Leander.
Okay.
That's where we did our pickup. And there's just a lot of reports still going on for people missing, and this seems like there's not much assistance coming from the town or Travis County, really.
That's the main call for help. It's the Travis County.
Yeah, this is in Travis County, and it just seems like we hear a lot about Williamson County and Kerrville and such, but nothing coming out here as far as Travis County. It's like I said, the only reason why we were able to have all this here, starting to get cleaned up and finding more bodies of animals and things like that, is from volunteers.
Yeah.
And also, you know, there's reports of somebody finding a mobile home that came from upstream, Jupiter Trail or so, and they found his dad, but he's still missing his mom. And they found the mobile home, spotter went down there, and they found the mobile home crushed, but they haven't had anybody go into it. So they might be more people that we're still looking for.
Yeah, they were just still looking.
And but as far as I know, that there's been no official search has gone past this point. And
which is where it should have more. Correct?
Yeah, it just seems like, you know, we're by ourselves out here, other than for the volunteers who've made a world of a difference of, you know, finding, you know, of helping. And you know, it's just yesterday when we were trying to get all those animals extracted that we found buried underneath rocks and wire, and you know, the water came so quickly, it just sort of took them all and it did them in. So
so everything just started like around 3 a.m. you were mentioning? So
around 3 in the morning is when we started, when we called my mother, and she was up and she was stuck upstairs.
Okay.
And she was shining her light up here, but of course the shipping container she saw from the window with the lightning, and she lost power. So there's the second floor where you see the big stained glass and that camera pointing down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where she was stuck up at, and she was trying to find, you know, make her presence known.
Yeah,
for the
so
firefighters.
she can have access.
But little did she know that we had these mobile homes here and all of that, plus 8 foot of water out here.
So this was originally over here. All this was over here on this side.
So that shipping container, the 2 shipping containers used to go in a row right here, 2 right there. That roof belonged on a barn that was about a 60 by 80 foot beyond that dirt pile.
Okay.
That mobile home over there was our neighbor's. That was past that mesquite tree over there, and that other mobile home was, you know, past that dirt pile as well. So everybody's belongings seems to be caught up with these trees over here. Yeah.
And this is one of many that have just landed in this part of the property, correct?
Well, these are the animals that are here.
Yeah, they live here. We've actually got 8. We've got 3 mom cats and 7 kittens already that our rescue has taken in.
Mm-hmm.
And these cats were left. We thought there was 2, according to our cameras last night. But we saw there was 3. We just trapped this one. There's 2 more in there. So just working on getting them all safe and out of there. So.
And the animals are going to Williamson County?
Feral
Lifeguard.
is the one taking in the cats. Lost Paws was the dog rescue that was out here. They got the dog out of here.
Okay.
And we appreciate everybody's support. These guys need support out here.
Yeah.
We're doing what we can to help
Thank
them.
you so much.
And thank you, everybody. The kids will get spayed and neutered and get into adoption, and we'll get them taken care of.
And do you guys offer like the fostering from your facility, or they go move to?
Feral Lifeguards, we're all foster based.
Okay.
It's a small volunteer-run foster-based organization. And so we saw a plea online from his wife, and we took in the first kitten, and then when we heard the story, we came out of here and we said, we'll take every cat that you've got, we'll get them taken care of. They've got enough on their plates.
Yeah, definitely.